Welcome to reality. You're now on the Code of Mind channel. Greetings. Today, I want to talk to you about something many of you have already started noticing in practice, but may not yet fully understand the scale of. We are going to learn how to load reality on a larger scale. You've probably noticed how much the ping has changed, the response time between your thought and its physical manifestation. Right now, the Schumann resonance and the overall vibration of the Earth have shifted to such frequencies that reality has become extremely fluid. You think about a person, and they call you. You remember something rare, and it appears in the very first video in your feed. We've already learned how to load small things automatically, without even thinking about it. But why is this happening? Before our world functioned like an old computer. You give a command, and the system needs time to process it and return a result. Today, the hardware of the planet has been upgraded. The density of space has changed. Now your thoughts are not just fantasies, they are direct input commands. What is the secret behind small manifestations? Why does something like a green car or a call from a friend appear within minutes, while bigger goals seem stuck in a queue? The answer is simple. You have zero resistance towards small things. You're not afraid to see a green car. You don't build expectations around it. You don't question whether you deserve it. You simply generate the impulse and forget about it. Today, we are going to learn how to transfer this effortless mechanism to larger scales. We will understand how to reconfigure your internal rendering system so that a large house, relocation to another country, or a significant financial flow can load just as quickly as the thought of a cup of coffee appears in your reality today. We are laying the foundation. If you can already control the micro level, it means you already have access to controlling macro level events. You just need to expand the channel. You request a sign from the universe, for example, to see a person wearing a red hat, and it appears. But here lies the main trap where 90% of people get stuck. You see the object, you feel excited, but the hat passes by, and you remain on the sidelines. What's the mistake? You are stuck in the position of an external observer. According to the principles of quantum mechanics, when you simply observe an object, you decode it. Your brain extracts it from the quantum field and makes it solid. But at the same time, you create a separation. Here is me, and there is the object. At that moment, you and your desire exist in different energetic cells. You look at a Bentley like it's an exhibit in a museum. You can see it, but you can't touch it, and owning it is out of the question. To move from the audience onto the stage, you need to activate a mechanism known in physics as quantum entanglement. This is a phenomenon where two particles become so deeply connected that they begin to behave as one system, no matter how far apart they are. The state of one instantly reflects in the other. If you want not just to see something, but to own it, you need to create this connection. You must stop observing and start resonating. How do you do this in practice? 1. Shift in polarity. Instead of thinking, wow, that's a nice car, you shift into, this is part of my structure that is currently moving through space. 2. Informational alignment. You stop evaluating the object from the outside. Beautiful, expensive, not mine. Instead, you begin to feel its physics from within. The weight of the steering wheel, the smell of the leather, the vibration of the engine beneath your foot. 3. Elimination of distance. In the quantum field, there is no far and no expensive. There is only frequency. If your frequency matches the frequency of ownership, the connection happens instantly. When you enter a state of superposition, the boundary between you and your desire dissolves. You are no longer waiting for the Bentley to appear in your life. You feel that you and this object are two parts of the same equation. Once this connection is established, reality can no longer ignore it. The system loads the object not as a passing image outside your window, but as an integral part of your life that must exist in your garage. Why does your brain easily accept something like a red hat, but freezes when you think about owning a house or making €1 million? It all comes down to the capacity of your internal processor. If your neural network is used to handling only small everyday tasks, then attempting to load a large-scale reality will cause system overload. Your brain simply throws an error, access denied, or insufficient resources. To load something big, you first need to expand your processing capacity. And this is where cubism, quantum Bayesianism, comes in. What is cubism, and why does it matter to you? According to this modern interpretation of quantum physics, reality is not objective. It is a subjective probability based on your experience. In simple terms, reality adapts to your expectations. If your experience tells you that miracles don't happen, the system will not load anything bigger than a free cup of coffee. The snowball method is a way to bypass the system and build a critical mass of proof that you are the one creating outcomes. The step-by-step expansion technique. Stage 1. Micro-targets. Start with things that don't trigger resistance. A green car, a free parking spot, a specific song on the radio. Your task is not just to receive it, but to register it. I did this. The system responded to my command. Stage 2. Build momentum. Once you've collected 5 to 10 confirmations, move to mid-level events. An unexpected gift. A discount on something you need. A call from someone useful. Here, the key is to feel the momentum. You are no longer surprised. You begin to expect success. Stage 3. Quantum reinforcement. Every time a result manifests, you are literally rewriting your neural network. In physics, this is the accumulation of Bayesian probability. Your brain begins to accept, my commands actually work. When you move to larger goals, your brain activates defense mechanisms. This is too expensive. This is impossible. At that moment, you must present your system with your archive of evidence. Remember all the small manifestations. If you could load a specific colored car in minutes, then the mechanism is working. The difference between a car on the street and a house is only the volume of data, not the complexity of the process. Start small, but do it consciously. Turn your life into a game of collecting proof of your own power. When your snowball becomes large enough, it will crush any doubts on its own, and large-scale reality will begin to load as naturally as the morning sun rises. You are no longer just believing in magic. You are collecting statistics of your influence over reality. When we talk about moving to another country or taking a large-scale journey, your brain instantly builds barriers. It's thousands of kilometers away. It's expensive. It won't happen anytime soon. We are used to classical geography, where the distance between point A and point B is measured with time and space. But in the quantum field, distance is an illusion. In the quantum world, there is only one type of distance: informational proximity. Imagine reality as a video game. If you are located in one area, another country is just unloaded textures, a set of zeros and ones stored somewhere on a server. It feels far away only because it is not detailed in your consciousness. To get there, you must become informationally closer to that place than you are to your own kitchen. In physics, there is a concept of space-like intervals, where events may be separated in space but still exist within the same coordinate system. Your task is to bring the coordinates of that place into your zero-radius field. How do you collapse distance in practice? Informational expansion. Begin absorbing details of that reality as if you are already responsible for managing it. Don't just look at images. Learn how people pay their bills there, what sound the traffic lights make, what the bread feels like in a local bakery. You must flood your brain with the details of that environment. Presence effect. When you drink your morning coffee, close your eyes for a moment and feel that its aroma blends with the air of the city you are moving toward. You need to trick your sensory system. If your brain decides that the informational density of that reality is higher than your current one, it will begin the process of physical alignment. Quantum transition through daily life. Order something from that country. Change the language in your navigation system. Start learning the parking rules of that region. This is informational convergence. You are making that reality so familiar that the system reads, This person is already located within these coordinates. At that moment, a mismatch occurs between your physical body and your informational environment. Understand this clearly. The physical body is the heaviest and slowest element. It moves last. First, you must relocate informationally. When your neural network fully loads the details of life in that place, when you stop perceiving it as a distant dream and begin experiencing it as your current context, distance collapses on its own. The system simply removes the error and aligns your body with the coordinates where your consciousness has already been living. Now let's talk about importance. There is massive confusion around this topic. You're told, reduce importance. Let go of the desire. But the moment you truly stop caring, your focus disappears, and with it, the loading process stops as well. On the other hand, if you obsess over your goal, you create excess potential, an energetic imbalance that the system is forced to neutralize, usually through failure. So where is the balance? We introduce a key concept, cold intention, the state of a surgeon. Imagine a professional surgeon or a Formula One driver. They operate with extreme focus, but complete emotional stillness. If a surgeon becomes overly emotional about the success of the operation, his hand will tremble. If a driver starts dreaming about the trophy mid-turn, he crashes. Cold intention is focus without craving. The main secret of loading large-scale realities is this: you don't desire them. You assign them. Yet think about something simple: buying bread. You don't stand at the entrance visualizing it. You don't question whether you deserve it. You don't repeat affirmations about its texture. You just go in and take it. You have focus. You have a goal. But there is no excess potential, because the result is natural to you. How to reach this state? Focus on function, not value. Don't think about how expensive something is. Don't think about how others will react. Think about how you press the start button, how you use it. This shifts your brain from dreamer mode into user mode. Replace I want with I take I want is always an acknowledgement of absence. I take is a rendering command. Emotional detox. If thinking about your goal starts to trigger anxiety or intensity, immediately switch to a small manifestation. Something simple, like the red hat. This will return you to a stable working state. Your task is to look at your big goal as casually as you look at your morning coffee. The moment you label it as something extraordinary, the system recognizes it as foreign and creates a barrier. Stay calm, stay precise, assign your reality. Why do small things manifest instantly, but large goals seem delayed? The answer lies in the architecture of your current context. A big goal is a file with massive metadata. The system cannot simply place a luxury car into an environment where it breaks the logic of your life. That would be a system error. To load something large, you must prepare the infrastructure of your consciousness. Often, big changes are blocked by your own subconscious, because behind them come responsibility, taxes, fear of loss, change of environment. Your mind sees that this new reality does not fit into your current framework, so it blocks it to protect you from overload. Your task is to expand your internal capacity. You must mentally live through the consequences of having what you want. Become the person for whom managing millions is just normal routine. When your goal stops feeling foreign and becomes part of your natural landscape, the system stops lagging and delivers the result. Final key. To accelerate everything, stop looking at your goal from the outside. As long as you observe it, you remain in the audience. To become the owner, you must step inside the frame. Neuroscience confirms this. Your brain does not distinguish between real and imagined experiences if all senses are engaged. We call this sensory coding. Don't think about the house. Feel the cold metal of the door handle in your hand. Hear your footsteps on marble or wood. Feel the texture of the furniture against your skin. When you create this level of detail, you generate powerful cognitive dissonance. Your brain is already registering a new reality, while your body is still in the old one. The system is forced to resolve this conflict. It begins adjusting external circumstances to match your internal state. You are literally pushing out the old reality with a more detailed one. The Schumann resonance is rising. Time has accelerated. You are no longer waiting for permission from fate. You are the author who chooses which layer of reality becomes solid next. The world is no longer built over years. It is rendered in real time. Just allow yourself to press start. Thank you for being with me on this channel. I wish you the best possible branch of reality. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Take care.